Hi everyone, welcome to another video from Colour with Claire. Today I've got some absolutely beautiful books to show you. These are the deluxe editions of the books by Millie Marotta, Tropical Wonderland and Wild Savannah. Now, people would be used to seeing these, which are the originals and the books that you would most likely find in the local bookshops and which were released first. These are the standard colouring books and these are the deluxe editions for collectors and people who are really big fans of Millie's work. So what are the differences? Well, in the normal books, all of the illustrations are double-sided, and it's obviously the paper is a lot thinner. Even though it's still quite good paper, it's a lot thinner, and the book is obviously a lot slimmer itself. It's a small square shape and the cover is sort of a flexible card. With the deluxe edition, I'll just look at Tropical Wonderland first. The book is hardback. It's quite big. Let me just put this next to it so you can see. So it's bigger than the standard book, not by much, but it is bigger. And it is much thicker, as you can see. So the book contains every single illustration from the standard book, so you're not missing out on any. This is not like Johanna Basford's artist editions where it's only a small collection of images from the book. This is every single image from the original book, so you're not missing out on anything. Before we even open the book, it's worth mentioning this cover. The book is linen bound. It feels beautiful. It's like fabric, and this bird has been screen printed onto the front, and there's some gold foiling to the titles here. There's also gold foiling to the spine, and on the back you've just got the blurb there, but it's all linen bound all the way around. Very high quality. It's very heavy. It's notably heavy, so you know, it just has that feel of luxury to it straight away. So inside, it's your standard sort of colouring book layout. You've got all the info there. You've got the introduction from Millie. And then we'll get into the illustrations. Now, the first thing is that they are single-sided. So unlike the standard books, you can use absolutely any media you want to colour these, and it ain't gonna matter. It ain't gonna bleed. And even if it does bleed, it's got nowhere to bleed to because they're all single-sided. So perfect for artists and people who like to use things like watercolours, gouache or alcohol markers and things that are heavy like that. Next thing to mention is that it has 13 of these gatefold, try and get these in view, gatefolded images. So this is for those double page spreads which were in the standard book. And which were quite difficult to get into the spine of in the standard book. They have been made into gatefolds, so it's much easier for you to get in there and colour every single part of it. There are 13 of those in this book, 14 in Wild Savannah. And yeah, as you can see, they're all absolutely beautiful quality. But how is the paper? Well, it is very different to the standard edition. It's 180 GSM thick, so it's super good quality. There are no writing or text suggestions anywhere in this book like there are in the standard book, you know, where Millie might say fill in this space with your own doodles, or you know, make more jungle out of this or whatever. So for those who just want the image, you don't get any of those text suggestions, which a lot of people do prefer not having. So flipping right to the end of the book, there are some blank pages where you can create your own tropical paradise. So you are able to customise the book if you want to. And there are quite a few of these pages for you to do that. And then at the book, as a special extra, Millie has included 5 individual prints from the book in this lovely envelope at the back. These are again one-sided and they are loose leaf, so they're really easy to frame. You don't have to pull them out of the book, you can just display them as is. And these are some of probably Millie's favourites from the book, which are just there for you to pull out and colour, and you can put them back if you want, you can display them, you can give them away, you can make things out of them, but they are loose leaf, so it's much easier. So price wise, this is selling for about £20 to £25 depending on where you buy them from. It is a lot of money for a colouring book, I agree, but for fans of Millie's work, just get these back in, for fans of Millie's work, and for those artists who want a colouring book but want to do it their way with their own materials, wet media, things like that, this is perfect. It would make an absolutely brilliant gift for someone. It's just luxury from the get-go, and definitely worth the price in my opinion. I think that's all I can tell you about these books. Wild Savannah is pretty much the same, apart from that it has 14 gatefolds rather than 13. It's the same size as the previous one, so yeah, everything is the same in that way. It still contains every illustration from the original book Wild Savannah, and it's formatted in exactly the same way with the gatefolds, etc. So I'll just go right through to the back and show you the prints again. See, this is where I've been testing some of my gel pens instead of creating my Wild Savannah. And here are the loose images. I think it was really a good idea to include these, you know, because I mean, you can take out these pages if you wanted to quite easily, but it's a nice little extra, and it adds that more feel of a bit more quality and a bit more thoughtfulness put into the book for the buyer. So yeah, that is, I'm going to get those back in a minute. That is Wild Savannah and Tropical Wonderland. Now, I don't have Animal Kingdom, and the one for Curious Creatures hasn't been released yet, so I can't show you those yet, but I believe that they will be exactly the same as these. So yeah, a beautiful quality, the best quality colouring book I've ever seen. Which obviously it should be, being a deluxe edition, but you ain't going to get better quality than this. I'm going to do a video just comparing these to Johanna Basford's artist editions, which are sort of on the same you know, vein that they're artist editions of a standard book, but there really isn't much comparison, as you can see. That these are just absolutely beautiful and well worth the money. So I hope you've enjoyed this look at these books, and I'll see you soon on Colour with Claire.